Individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Another day on the KVJ Show. What the heck is going on, everybody? Welcome to it. How the heck are you here? Just glad to be here and all in one piece.
We made it.
It's the opening of the regular show here today. As I was coming to work, somebody blew through a red light at about 65 miles an hour and just probably by about half a foot missed plowing our car.
In a gray food truck. Now, was it a big full-size one or was it one of those little lunch trucks?
It's kind of like one of those lunch trucks. And when I say it was gray, it's not like it had paint. It was that metallic-looking silver that was on the side because they had the coolers and the little doors that you would open on the back end of the truck. Yeah, it was one of those.
I totally know what you're talking about.
And you said they ran the red light?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
wow.
we had the green light. We had a green light, and she stopped short. I'm like, whoa, like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, oh, my gosh, that was close.
From 2A to fucking 6A, 45th Street, and pretty much any major kind of road's going to be a little weird, a little lawless, but 45th is fucked up.
You're right. 45th brings out the demons.
Well, we all have stories about 45th Street. I've got at least 10 what the fuck kind of stories.
At least 10, because I used to drive from Lake Park through Riviera up 45th, and I would say about twice a week, what the fuck would happen?
There's parts of Lake Park that are definitely what the fuck.
Yeah. Lake Park, that should be their new town motto. What the fuck?
It's a weird town. I grew up there. They just, even the way the buildings are structured there, the way they lay out they have these odd, I don't even want to call them playgrounds. They're a weird bench in the middle of these fucking little asphalt areas all through Lake Park. It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, I get it. It's fucking weird.
The people walking the street just have a different gait.
You're lucky you didn't get fucking smashed, Ralston.
No, trust me. I am counting my blessings, saying my prayers. Thank you, Mom, or whoever my guardian angel is, because
the Queen slamming on the brakes and actually looking before she turned.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show you, I mean, that you really don't know. I mean, when you go out in the course of a day, that's why be thankful for every day you get, because it takes something really fast like that could just spin everything on a dime.
You're not lying, and it's such a message we should get, because we've all had that experience before. Either a close one's died or you almost died, and for about a day or two, you've got this new kind of lease on life, and then life comes around and just slaps you right in the face with its dick.
Mm-hmm. That's right, it does. And it drops it right on you.
And you forget about it. You forget about the lessons you should know about.
When life slaps you in the face with a dick, you should suck it.
That's kind of like our own version of when life gives you lemonades or lemons. I love that.
Yeah, it's just what you do with it.
You're right. When life slaps you in the face with a dick, suck that.
Suck that dick.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter if you're a straight man. You suck it.
Don't you love it when Virginia asks me and you, Kevin, if something's inappropriate or not for content? What do you think? Is this too inappropriate, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, she's just asked us about, did you upload the video yet onto TikTok, Virginia?
I did.
You did? Okay. All right. So it's has to do with, what is this, a viral thing that everybody's doing? Is it one of those like little challenge?
Yeah, you take a video of somebody, but you creep up on them unexpectedly, and you have the sound rolling of whatever the prank is you're playing on them.
So they can hear it and react.
They hear it and react to you just unexpectedly videoing them. And parents are doing it to their teenagers, and they're doing it with a Billy Joel song, actually.
You did it to me one time. I thought she was being all nice filming me because I thought I had a nice outfit. Then I go on a couple hours later, and there's this fucking that TikTok voice. the annoying TikTok. And then it's something like,
Who is the crackhead
Yeah.
that I see
It
at
was-
work each morning?
it's me walking, I'm looking all happy, and the whole time I'm getting fucking dissed left and right. And I'm thinking it's a nice thing. It's a fucking hit piece.
That's what she does.
TikTok, tick-cock, dick-cock. Y'all a bunch of dicks on TikTok.
Dick cock.
Fucking rolling over on your family and shit.
Yeah, so it is a new video that Virginia's loaded the KVJ show TikTok. You can go and check out. There's also a new video with Jaber and the Juicy Daddy that people are loving.
Yeah, he's coming into town.
That's awesome.
Well,
I was going to see, Kev, if you were still down and maybe put it on the Queen radar about that tennis match.
oh,
Yeah.
I've got a tennis court for you guys. The tennis instructor at the Four Seasons on Palm Beach is a fan. And she
Okay.
said if you guys ever want to come over there and do a tournament, she'd be more than happy to host it. And that is quite the venue.
It is. I think we can figure all that out. You know, we got to ask everyone involved because clay, grass. I know that the Ralstons are very competitive. Does
Oh,
Four
yeah.
Seasons have a clay court? Do they have a grass court?
I don't know about all that, but I know they got cocktails and they got beach umbrellas, and that sounds like a nice
That
day
does
for
sound like
me.
a good time, yeah.
I would love to have a little cool. They take those towels over there and they put them in the freezer, and then they have a little guy who runs around and just hands out frozen towels to everybody, like
that's nice.
tennis, beach, wherever you are. You get a frozen towel.
Yeah, but
That's the highlight, Virginia.
Virginia's not allowed to be at the tennis place.
Why?
Well, because you have to be quiet when you play tennis, and everyone watching has to be quiet, and there ain't no fucking way that's gonna be happening.
I'm setting it up. I can go.
This crackhead's got some shit to say. You ain't going.
I'm going. You can't keep me away.
No, I want you to go, but I don't know. Four Seasons is a little too ritzy for the Penningtons.
Oh, get over yourself. This is going to be fun.
Get over ourselves. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Clean up. Put on a damn nice shirt and let's go.
Just what I want, Kev. Let's go to the Four Seasons so Virginia can get hammered and heckle us the whole time.
You got to wear a collared tennis shirt.
And then hit on my dad. Oh, Juicy Daddy. Oh,
Yeah, Juicy Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all wet for you.
Oh, Juicy Daddy, get in my bush. Yeah.
I drop tennis balls so I can watch him bend over.
You are not sexualizing my dad and his racket.
You can't stop this.
I actually don't give a fuck. Go sexualize him. I like when people say, but Juicy Daddy's good looking. He needs to hear it.
Yeah, he does. He's a silver fox.
Yeah, so we got a couple different things to check out on TikTok. Yeah, you just let me know a time your dad is comfortable with it, and I'll try to get a hold of Kim's dad and we'll see if we can work out a time.
Look, if we tell the Mexican queen it's at the Four Seasons,
She'll like that,
She's
yeah.
like me. She likes a fancy setup.
She does.
And I'm sure we can get a little fancy setup to in the stands. We can be sipping champagne and watching y'all play tennis.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like a lot of fun. Okay. I'd like to watch that because I'm going to be a spectator in this.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
you're not going to be in it?
No, it's me and
Yeah, it's dads.
it's my dad and me versus the Queen and her father because they're really good tennis players.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in charge of it. Okay, Four Seasons, drinks, the grandstand.
Yeah,
She's
I'll
got
be
a
with
crack.
Virginia. I'll be watching. We'll do the play-by-play.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would. I think people would watch that if we could set it up to where we could watch it live with announcing.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
I wouldn't even want that. Hey, they give these Kim's fan. They give too much smoke goes back and forth, man. If you fuck something up, man, you get a lot of heat, man.
I'm a
It's
little
just
ner-
even cards, it's tough.
I'm a little nervous to play them because I don't know if I'm playing the McEnroes. Are they gonna? The ball was on the line, Bird.
Yeah, I don't know. They're very competitive.
So-
I've not seen her dad in action really, where he was serious and wanting to play. But
You should make Kevin the head judge, and so his own family is screaming at him, and then you're screaming at him. That'd be amazing.
it sounds like a lot of fun.
I'll tell you the one person who won't scream at it is the Juicy Daddy.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he loves him some
All
Kevin.
right, yeah. Hey, all right.
Yeah, Virginia's not allowed.
You can't stop this.
Today is National Grab Some Nuts Day.
Okay, Bird. Put him on the counter.
Is that the version of put them on the glass, put them on the counter?
Yeah, I guess so.
Throw those nuts on the counter, my friend.
This is a high counter, but I still know your balls could reach.
Wouldn't that be something? We all do a kind of like a testicle mugshot, kind of like a lineup.
Yeah.
And I don't even have the biggest balls on the show. Wouldn't that be some fucking M.
Yeah,
Night
but you may
Shyamalan
not.
twist?
You may
Prove
not.
it.
Look, just because Suits is young doesn't mean he ain't packing Nard heat.
I would look at that.
We know you would. You sick fuck.
Yeah, I look at that.
We know you would look at that.
Comment.
Are you hitting the Kahlua again?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
I'm actually like some.
Got a bunch of emails here today. People have sent in. Thank you very much. Mail at kvjshow.com. One from Jacqueline said, thank you for reminiscing on the Awesome Drunk podcast from July 20th of 2015 and the Even Drunker podcast of July 21st, 2015. Both were epic. I almost peed my pants. That said, there was a bit of confusion on whether or not Virginia participated. She didn't. She was tending to Rocco. Remember, that's when she was giving birth, so that's why she was out.
Okay.
I guess at that time.
Y'all probably know the answers better than we do.
Yeah.
It's
I
all kind of
haven't
a
heard
big-
it. I mean, that's 7 years ago. So
It's like a big 20-year blur.
I
Yeah.
don't think I was still out at those days. I might have taken vacation because that was around my birthday.
She said, I believe Virginia was there for the regular show, but dipped out for the ATS.
Oh, that's possible because
One was, that was your birthday, day before, and then your birthday. And so maybe you took a little family trip or something.
yeah, that's possible.
Okay. Then Richard said, I was watching the old episode on YouTube from 2019 where Kevin was out in Michigan. Jaybird said he was saying he didn't think he wanted to join the show. He was contemplating it. Okay.
What is this?
I don't know.
What did I- what did I-
said there's a YouTube where Kevin was out in Michigan where Jaybird, he was saying he didn't think he wanted to join the show. He was contemplating it. Maybe I was out and you guys are trying to get a hold of me. Maybe that's what he was talking about. Other than that, I don't know. So it's very ambiguous there, Richard. Said that made me wonder, though, where you think everyone would be if they chose a different path in life. Where would Jason be if he didn't join the show? Virginia, if she didn't meet Panda, where would Kevin be if he didn't meet the Queen? Yeah, okay. I guess that's what the question is ultimately.
I don't think I'd be married if I hadn't met Panda because Panda is so awesome. And I had said before I met him, I was never getting married again. F that.
Yeah, I really don't know. I think I always wanted to be in entertainment, but before I got on the show, I really was trying to get my master's degree for mental health.
Yeah,
I'm fascinated by mental health. I think people that have issues can help other people with issues.
Sure, yeah.
I don't like when somebody hasn't gone through the fire trying to help me with
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
It just,
you come
for
from
me
a place,
personally,
yeah.
I don't like. I like someone that goes through the fire, learns, gets their shit together, then helps other people.
You know, one of the things is people ask, why do bad things happen to good people? And I think sometimes that might sadly be in your answer, is that when you do, it qualifies you to be on a different level to then relate to somebody else who in turn will go through that. And so when good people go through bad things, a lot of times they can turn around and say, hey, I've been there. I went through that. I know how you feel. And you'll listen to somebody more because they have.
You can say, that ain't that crazy. Listen to what I did.
Yeah, I like when people have experiences because they have gone through some shit.
You think you're nutty? Listen to this.
Well, I think that's how you learn is by going through terrible shit. Mm-hmm. You know, you really get your badges during those times.
Yeah.
At least that's my philosophy.
So, yeah. So, I mean, that question of if it's about partners, where would we be if I hadn't met the Queen? Yeah, I don't know. I do sometimes wonder that if I hadn't been in a relationship, I can be a little unhinged. So, you know, I just kind of wonder if I might have gone off the rails a time or two. It's very possible. She did help me, but she also helped me off the rails a couple times too. So, I don't know. I don't know if I would be with somebody else or not. Not that I was really clamoring for it. We just clicked and it worked. So I don't really have an answer for that. Who knows where life's going to take you?
Yeah, when I got into the show, I had a girlfriend at the time, and I mean, we really did get along pretty good. But
Yeah.
I think it all
This
kind of
ruined that.
It definitely ruined it. Oh yeah, it derailed it in kind of a record time, Kevin.
Yeah.
But it wasn't meant to be either. I know that.
We're
as well.
known for creating dumpster fires.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just think it's a hard thing for someone to go through. If they, she wasn't going on the air. It was a lot for
Right.
her to deal with, which I completely understand.
Some people just like a private life.
And I get that too. I understand it.
Yep. Yeah, career-wise, probably would be in law, be my guess. Probably be miserable. So I'm glad it all worked out this way.
And I loved baseball so much. I do wonder would I have come around back to baseball. I had a really jaded perspective when I quit coaching and all that. I wasn't liking how there was a lot going on, and parents didn't make it easy. And it's like anything, you have to put your time in to make some money. And I was not making enough money at the time and putting up with a lot of horse shit.
Yeah, well, that was the same thing that we've been hearing about the teachers, talking about them and their lower pay. And they said, honestly, the bigger frustration is having to deal with asshole parents.
It can knock off the shine.
Yeah.
It takes away from what your goal really was your
Right.
love for whatever you were into.
Yeah, in fact, one of the texts we got today, it says, as a teacher and the director of a school, parents are the hardest part of our job.
I can see that, y'all. I ain't got kids. I ain't a parent. I'm allowed to say this shit.
Being a parent it's tough. And I see other parents doing it wrong, and you want to correct them, but you got to stay out of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stay out of shit, but then there's times in life where you're not able to stay out of shit. You know what I mean? You're involved, and now you got to get involved. I was back in the day. I had to get involved because I was the one running the camp, the operation. So I had to see the parents every single day. And after like the 7th year, seeing a kid smack a car with a baseball bat that wasn't his mother's, and her not doing anything about it, and she's bitching and moaning about all this shit, and you're like, fuck this.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to deal with it. It's gotten worse. Parents need to get a check and say, your kid's not always blameless in these kind of things. There's a time and a place where, you can and should defend your kids. And my mom did that. There were times where she would defend me. But most of the time, it'd be like, all right, what did you do? And I'm not going to let you get away with stuff. And when you have bad actions, I'm not going to give you a pass. Got to own up to it. Parents just don't do that these days.
And I know it's easy to sound like I'm saying blanket statement that all parents are, and that's not true. I'm only talking about the annoying ones.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that suck.
Yeah, it is definitely changed, though.
Oh, yeah, it has.
Yeah. And it's kind of sad because you do, and I don't blame you. You do have some teachers that are just kind of going through the motions, unfortunately. I don't blame them. They're burnt out, and they're like, I've had enough.
Well, they also think, too, sometimes people get in the mind frame of life is really short, and that hits them all of a sudden like a ton of bricks. And then you go, what the fuck am I doing?
I'm not protected. I'm not respected. I'm not in the right place. And then that messes with your headspace.
Yeah, even if it's teaching, whatever your situation is in life, I think for some people you go, wait a minute, what the fuck? I'm miserable. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Life's short.
I think there are probably a lot of people who have gone through this. It's a term I heard today, never heard before, but it makes sense. Have you ever heard of the term quiet quitting? They say it's happening a lot today. Quiet quitting. It's when you stay at your job, but you stop going above and beyond and you just do the bare minimum. Mm-hmm. And you're mentally and emotionally checked out of the job. You're doing just enough to not raise a red flag to get fired, but you're not doing really good work.
It's usually when the spirit's beaten out of you. That's what that is.
Yeah. I was like, I could see that, where you are just doing enough.
Yeah, I can see it.
But your grade, if somebody were really watching you, would be probably a D+ to a C-. And you know what? Ultimately, you don't care.
You don't want to get to that place as a
No,
person.
it's sad.
It is.
It's depressing.
Because that's when you hate just going in every single day. Nobody's winning at that point.
Well, nobody's winning, especially you, because you've let them change you, and that's when you know you got to get out because you're so sad about where you are that you're now changing your personality. If you're a person that likes to be a hard worker and likes to be respected and likes to do awesome things, now you've let this place change you.
And I think it's easy to do. I think everybody. If you care about stuff, you get caught up in stuff. You're gonna sometimes break some eggs. That's gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's just gonna happen in life.
It was kind of interesting because we asked a question. It's up on our Facebook page right now. It's like, what are you really nervous about today?
There's some funny fucking answers on there.
I think we'll get into it a little bit deeper tomorrow on the show after I go through the thread today. But I saw a lot of people talk about what they were nervous about, and there were a lot of people. Rent was one of those things that popped up multiple times.
It's due right now.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the month.
And I just saw how many people were dealing with rent issues The rents in South Florida have increased by more than 20% over the past year. They say the median rent for a 2-bedroom apartment shot up 34% in Miami and 26% in Fort Lauderdale from where it was the year before. And they say more than ever, people are calling crisis hotlines. There's a 211 number in Broward County, 68% increase there. United Way of Palm Beach County saw a 50% increase in calls. And they do things to try to help out. I guess if you don't know, there's a Palm Beach County rental assistance program that just opened up yesterday. To qualify, you must live in Palm Beach County and have suffered hardship from the pandemic. You must also be at or below 80% of the area median income. And if you do, you can receive up to $12,000 that can be used to pay landlords and utilities.
Okay, that's worth applying for.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you really should because during the pandemic, the Queen was helping our daughter out, just saying, hey, look, this is here. This is assistance. You qualify. Apply for everything you can.
Right.
Why not? If they're going to be doing it, they're going to be handing out free money. Stand in that damn line.
And there's also something that somebody was telling me about yesterday. If you had to go to the hospital for COVID, there's federal assistance to help with those medical bills that people don't know about, and the hospital ain't going to tell you about.
Right.
So if you're getting shook down for a hospital bill because you had to deal with COVID, and now you're looking at an $8,000 bill that you can't afford to pay because you had COVID, there's federal assistance for that. Go and look into it because you might not have to pay that whole thing. I was shocked to learn that yesterday, but that's out there.
So with that thread that we have up on the KVJ Show Facebook page, there were a lot of people that were stressing about finances, and it makes sense. I saw that American households are spending $5,915 more each year to buy the same things they bought in 2021. That's what inflation is at 9.1%. And they say 61% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck.
I'd love to see my frozen pizza numbers from 2 years ago to now and just compare the difference. I know I keep talking about frozen pizza.
Yeah.
That's the world I live in.
Sure.
It's the shirt you're wearing.
The shirt that I'm wearing. Holy shit, man. They got some expensive pizza. And I always talked about how inexpensive frozen pizzas were. That's why it jumped out at me.
Bruh, you got to make the switch like I did and go to Dollar General.
Yeah, she keeps saying that.
I'm telling you, and do this. Sign up for the rewards program. You put in your phone number. You do it on the app on your phone, and you get coupons. I went in there. Everything is $1 to $2 cheaper on a lot of stuff that I would buy. And when you check out on a Saturday, you get a $5 coupon.
Okay.
Well, look at that shit.
Yeah, a lot of people are making adjustments.
Look around
and
because
doing just that.
You don't have to keep spending at the most expensive grocery store if you can't afford it. There are other options.
Mm-hmm. And I thought this was kind of interesting because I was reading an article today in the Sun Sentinel about somebody who's like, look, I've been gainfully employed, but now with the rents in South Florida, I've been homeless a better part of the last year. Or living on people's couches or scraping up enough money for a hotel here and there. And 1 out of every 14 Americans will experience homelessness at some point. 1 out of 14. And especially when you got a pandemic that has gone on and inflation like what we have now and a housing crisis in South Florida, that more and more people are going to be seeing it. And already this is a place that attracts a high population of homeless people. And I don't know if you saw what Houston's doing. They've moved more than 25,000 homeless people directly into apartments and houses.
Wow.
Which I've been for a long time just saying South Florida's got to really get it together. Nobody's winning when people are sleeping all over the streets. And you got homeless villages. It's not good for them. It's not good for everybody else who's not. And to me, that's really kind of what winning is. And they say that the number of people deemed homeless in the Houston region has been cut by 63% since 2011.
Wow. That's an initiative.
Yeah.
Who's funding that? Is that the city?
They've made it a priority. Yeah.
Wow.
They want to eradicate homelessness. So they're going in and really kind of taking care of core issues, like some of the systemic racism issues that are happening. Like I tell you, in poor areas, you don't have a good grocery store and things like that. So
right.
They're making, good choices in Houston to try to do it. And they've got a housing first practice that moves the most vulnerable people straight from the streets into apartments, not into shelters. And they don't have to first wean themselves off of drugs or complete some kind of 12-step program. They're just getting them in there and off the streets. And they use a $100 million plan, which is a mix of federal, state, county, and city funds. And look at what they're doing there. That's what Florida needs to do.
Amen.
Get in on that stuff and start taking care of people. So, A couple other emails talking about this. In fact, we'd had the topic that had come up with somebody who is dating somebody. It's only 6 weeks, and they're saying, yeah, I'm having a problem. I'm in between jobs. I never am. And
I need to move in with you.
Yes. And they were like, what do I do? They've been awesome, but, I mean, we're talking 6 weeks of a relationship, and they say it's going to be very temporary just until they find another job, and they've never been unemployed before. Should I do it or not? And you were telling a story about love bombing, Virginia.
Yes.
Where somebody comes in and, they love too much too fast and it gets way too serious.
And they trick you, and they're doing it on purpose. And it's just to get in there, into your home, into your life, into your credit card.
Yeah. This email says, on the girl wanting to move in after only 6 weeks, I had an ex that seemed perfect, and he totally love bombed me right off the bat. He was a new employee of someone I knew for years and even came with a good reference. I let him move in after about a month because he fell on hard times. It was not long before I realized I did not even know his real first name.
Oh, damn.
Everything about his entire life was made up. I had a previously Baker-acted, legit, mentally unstable man in my house. Don't do it.
Oh, my God.
That's fucked. Oh, man. Right when that happens and you realize what's going on, it's probably like a movie. It hits you like a ton of bricks and you go, oh, my gosh, he's in the bedroom.
And now he's established residency because he's getting mail at your house. And now you can't get him out because you have to evict him, and that takes 3 months.
When you first realize that you've got somebody in your house and they are not who they say and there's a history, you gotta just be shitting bricks.
You've got to be like, what have I done?
Oh, man.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, like Kevin's mother said, you don't even know somebody until you've been dating them a year and you know a lot about their life and their family. You can't do anything major before a year.
I'll go even a step further than Kevin's mom. I think it's more like 2 or 3 years. I think and now every situation's different, and I'm sure there's situations where you can figure it out.
I hear you, walls and balls.
But if you don't live with somebody, let's say you have I have a girlfriend, and we don't live with each other, but we're off and on. You know, we see each other
once a week.
Yeah, twice a week, 3 times a week. We're not living together, and then you start to move in. I think you can hide some shit from people. You just can. You can get in better moods if you want to. I'm not saying everyone can do that, and that's not the case. But yeah, you bet your ass I got
And before
walls.
you move in with somebody, why don't you do this? Take a week-long vacation with that person where you're staying together in a hotel, you're together 24/7, you're eating together, you're sleeping together, you're watching TV together, you're doing things together. Really see what they're all about, because it's hard to hide your crazy 24/7 on a vacation.
This is true, man. This is true.
Yeah.
You can hide crazy for a long time.
You can. But as time progresses, it gets harder for the crazy person to hide their crazy, and you need to test this and make sure they're not crazy before you move them in your house.
Now, there's some people you meet and you know, and they're great people. There's some people like that. I'm not saying that there's not.
Sure, but everybody should be vetted. Can't trust nobody in the world no mo.
Yep.
No, Mo. I don't know if you ever could. No, I'm just kidding.
I did when I was young. I was dumb, though.
No, I still trust people, but there's a fucking gate.
There's a very small amount of people I can trust.
It's a small hole.
Well, with everything shifting around the way that it is, populations, where people moving, trying out new jobs, Janelle sent an email, and she said, 10 years after of working retail management, I wanted to change, and now I am grateful to say I am now an Amazon delivery driver. My teammates and supervisors are so great. I couldn't be more humble. By the way, I love WRMF. I listen to you guys and gals all day, driving 11-hour shifts.
No, that's a long day.
Okay.
Dang.
How about that? So that is a long day that she's got us jamming. So thank you all very much. You'd like to pick up some of those Rapids tickets. I hope you can. There's a photo of Janelle, the Amazon driver, new career change, and she loves it.
Good for you, Janelle.
Mm-hmm. So good stuff. So.
Happiness is priority. If you're not happy at the gig, go look for a different one and make sure that you put your own happiness as the most important.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt. Also, thanks to other people checking out the KVJ Show podcast. Listen for a long time. We got Victoria, who drove straight back from the Jersey Shore. 18 hours. Podcast made it all go by so much quicker. And she was enthused as a Star Wars fan herself since 1977 that Virginia actually didn't pull a snooze. She heard a conversation where Virginia actually seemed intrigued about Star Wars. So
GTL.
She's gotten a little better.
I've gotten a little better.
A hair better. She's gotten better with the ghost thing. She believes in ghosts. Her ass believes in aliens. Don't even get it twisted.
I don't know about the
She
alien.
fucking loves talking aliens with me off the air.
And Julie saying thanks for being there for my drive back to and forth from work. Listened for a long time now. I remember Todd back in the day and Jay Bird's auditions
Oh, yeah.
to be on the show. And just let Virginia know, my girlfriends and I had a tribute to your booty crew. We were the booby crew.
I love it. Let's combine forces and get so many free drinks off these men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the booty crew never made it to the last Snack Pack show. We had a whole thing ready for them and everything.
There were some booties there, but some booties got scared and some booties bailed. But there was like 3 booties in the crowd. One of the booties was working the bar. She was bartending.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nobody was fucking backstage.
3 booties came. 2 booties were too insecure.
Yeah, well, we got to talk then. We need a new booty crew.
I know.
We need a new booty crew, Kevin.
I guess we should hold open auditions.
I like it. Let's make sure it's sanctioned because this could turn real weird.
Yeah. No
I'm sure
doubt.
the radio, I'm sure our company would love that. Birds holding a dance competition with chicks shaking their ass.
What could go wrong?
So thank you, Julie. And she had a birthday just a couple days ago, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Julie.
Very nice. All right, you got an email? Want to get to the KVJ show? Just send it to us. mail@kvjshow.com. You guys have a great Wednesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.